Jump in here, damn. Detonation Focus Me versus C9. And we're in draft phase. Groups Day 2, MSI 2021. Thresh Rumble out the gate. Yep, C9. Well, they're on red side, so can't exactly first pick the Rumble, so not going to give that one over to DFM. Lee Sinband out, but I just don't. I'm still not seeing a great sense of priority or a really good reason to have that character. It still just doesn't feel, it hasn't seemed busted in any of the games.
They've got the one and only defending MSI champion here in Perks. We'll see if we can make that one happen.
A lot of focus on
Cinnaband out, Morgana band out, so C9 really controlling these jungle options right now. So, as Blabber falling out of comfort, or are they just trying to make sure Steel doesn't get anything? At least any of the OP picks on first rotation. Renekton band out, so starting to reduce the number of mid lane ADs. And what are DFM going to first pick? Udyr. So we're seeing this out of the minor regions on day one, where they're actually sticking with prior patch power picks to just keep themselves on comfort and play the style of game that they've spent the most time on. It's just questionable if it's going to be able to match, or if that fluency is going to be able to outmatch the new power picks and the major regions' abilities to adapt and play at a higher level. Zen getting that Varus for himself, and Blabber picking the Nidalee up, so going back to a more comfortable pick here. Pulling out the Nidalee for Blabber. So this is going to be a pace versus pace matchup, not a lot of interaction into the lanes. So it's going to actually leave a lot of isolated opportunities here for Perks, Fudge, Sven, and Vulcan to just play in lane and get some things done. Maybe try to get some advantages, get some 1v1 kills. Let's see. There we go. Kaisa locked in for Udapon. And what's the last pick going to be here? Going to secure their support. Just make sure their bot lane is secure and get Vulcan on his Alistar. Because that would make a lot of sense. Unlock Vulcan, let him be the second jungler roaming around. Let him help everyone get ahead. But are they... Fudge going to take the Jace into the Gnar. So that's a very Eastern pick. Usually seeing this out of like Nuggery, Zhao Zhao, top lane picks. But Fudge looking to give his hand out, see if he can take out Eevee. No, Morel banned out from C9. Just going to start getting rid of these engage and super synchronizing super power picks that go with the Kaisa. That really let the Kaisa get free backline access and jump in and assassinate everyone. And Tom Kench going to be banned out, getting rid of the safe picks, the saving supports. I'm not going to let Vulcan save Sven from any dive or any running bear plays. Because Vulcan was able to get a lot done with that, at least yesterday, being able to save Sven from a lot of engages and solar flares. And there's still the Leona up, actually. Are they considering that for Detonation Focus Me's bot lane? Because we've only seen the Kog'Maw Lula coming out once, and that was with Pentanet GG, but they were entirely outclassed, so is the Lulu still viable here to really prevent anyone from getting on top of Zen? Oh,
yo,
there
can you hear me?
I heard scratching. I was like, I think someone's in the Discord channel with me. Let's go. They're halfway through the draft right now.
I joined for the C9 game. This is exciting, dude. The J stop from Fudge.
Yeah, they're very confident with the boy. There's the
Mhm.
live views who can be on sync if you want to watch through Discord.
So,
And there's the Leona. I was waiting for that. Vulcan on proactive play and a proactive character. And the TF
yeah.
ban. So getting rid of. I see this as Detonation Focus Me are seeing what happened yesterday, seeing Perks' tweets, and going, yeah, he's going to want to get around the map, get proactive, not just be stuck in lane on the Victor and just forced to watch his team collapse around him. And I think Kazu's going to get the Alistar here. Need that engage option to really activate Utapon on the Kaisa. And Perks, flash the Yone real quick. He's got the Victor back up, hovering again. I am not a fan of this pick at this time. I think it has a lot of zoning potential, great damage output, and the ability to control chokes and clear waves, but I don't think it's going to have as much positive impact. And he goes for the Orianna.
The Oriana.
So still on the control mage. Agency still a little questionable, but he is against a Zoe, which I don't think really changes too much. And Zoe will get
Yeah, I
priority on
don't
that
love the
lane.
draft. They should just be a team diff. Like, skill
Yes,
wise, this should
skill.
not be close.
Yeah,
So
skill diff
we should.
definitely.
Yeah.
I think what we really want to see
I
is
don't love the draft.
no. You don't like the C9 draft?
Yeah, I think that the mid and support picks leave to be desired. They don't really synergize with the rest of the team comp, which is
Yeah.
like going for poke.
Yeah. You think the Braum would have been a better pick just because it would have permitted a more defensive setup?
That's a great, yeah, no, that's a great idea. Braum is a fantastic pick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was even thinking Tom Kench would probably be better just to
Tom Kench
avoid
got
some.
Tom Kench got banned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braum would have been excellent there.
Yeah. Because there's a Braum
Even
pick earlier
I'm
on.
assuming Lulu was banned. Was Lulu banned, Dio?
No, Lulu was not banned. That's what I was thinking as well, just because Lulu is
Yeah, that's
pretty
weird.
busted these days. Like, if you get any of
Yeah.
those Q spells off onto the enemy supporter, 80 carry, their ability to take a fight is massively reduced.
By the way, is my audio okay?
It's
Because I'm on my
okay.
laptop.
Yeah, the only issue is
Okay,
that is just a slight cut in and out, but otherwise you sound pretty okay.
great. The one issue I see is if Detonation focuses me top lane or top side gets ahead, it's going to be a really tough game for C9. Nar
Agreed.
and Udyr need to be behind.
Agreed. They need to be called. This is where framing it out that this should definitely be a skill diff with the major region versus the minor region, America versus Japan here. There's kind of almost an expectation on Fudge to really like trounce this situation and not let Eevee even breathe in this matchup. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's exactly that could be that's a viable game plan for C9, but that's a game plan you kind of need to see come alive to really like send the message home that Fudge is picking this Jace to really push, really carry, really show that he can do
yep.
this, especially against a
And
lower
the only
team.
reason the Oriana pick is good is for the push. So I expect both teams to be playing around top side, and Perk should have Prio in that lane. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see if that's how it plays out. But yeah, I expect Italy to make a lot of plays top.
Looking like we're looking for an early fight here. Vulcan just taking this bush control.
Yeah, I hate when the spectators show bot lane in a situation where literally every other lane and jungle are more important.
Yeah,
Like
everyone
I
else
don't
is
expect
fighting.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of posturing and but DFM's gonna get the first push, gonna get their level 2, so not too much to really show there.
Mhm.
C9's not going in, and DFM can't really go in with where C9 are underneath the tower.
Both mid laners have TP.
And Eevee just going in trading hard.
Yeah.
Not popping any pots yet.
It looks like mid's getting pushed in, actually. This could be
Yeah, Zoe gets
kind of bad.
prio. Zoe gets prio with that Q. That's where you made the call for that. I was like, no, I think Zoe actually ends up getting prio for most of it just because her Q just can clear clear the wave in like 3 rotations. Blabber's
But
going
if
to
she
spot
uses
out Steel here. Is he going to go for this? Tries to get the Predict Spear just to get some damage out. And Scuttle Crabs are spawning soon. This could be a fight for Scuttle here. And Arya's going to actually have first roam on this. Yeah.
This is a disaster.
This is rough here, but I don't think there's much else to really be done here. I think Blabber needs to be focusing elsewhere. He's just going to force this. Going to get the smite out. Jace is going to be able to have first roam here, but Blabber needs to try to make an exit here, but Steel's just going to stun him up here, and I think he's going to get killed for free. That is so sloppy and so desperate out of Blabber.
Yeah, that's unacceptable play by his top mid as well. You're right about Zoe having the push with the Q, but only if she lands it on both the backline as well as Perks. That should not be happening. Like he should be able to, if the Q happens, out trade the Zoe and be able to get prio mid. Otherwise, what's the point of the Orient pick?
Well, that's where you almost need to have a plan.
Jace not having prio down first.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. Well, that's where I think the plan that they have should be adjusting for the realities of the mid prio. It's like at least go get bot crab then. Like you need to have your pathing and planning based on knowing how the prio should go, who's gonna have first move, and just accept that you need to actually start moving yourself towards the bot lane. Doesn't land the Q. Gets to jump in, trying to get it, flashes over, gets the smite to get the Scuttle Crab, but that's 77 golden XP. Fudge has no mana to even contribute to this, and I think they just already made the call that he was dead. Dead kitty.
Yeah, that's not really bad.
That is not a great start, but he's up on CS, which is like the only sort of grace at this point, you could say.
Yeah, but Jace is down in CS, and if this gank doesn't work topside, it's starting to look really bad for C9. Oh, he's not even in the gank.
No, he's just going for pure farm here. Arya gonna roam, give some space to his bot lane. Gonna make C9 back off with that fake roam.
Yeah, I'm very worried about Gnar and Udyr getting all the way up him. And this game is going to be really hard once that happens.
Oh, looks like we have an engage here on
Oh,
onto Katu, and I don't think he's going to have a chance here. Kazu burned down here. First split over to Sven, and that's what we need. We need some proactivity out of the spot lane. But diving coming here onto Fudge. He needs to clear this out. He needs to try to minimize the ability for this dive to happen.
This is tense.
Here they come. Oh, he misses the Q. Steel's gonna come in and get the stun off, but the tower's gonna start getting some work done. It's gonna get 3 shots off here and chunk down both. So I would call that more a botched dive than anything.
Yeah, he saved his flash too. That's just a horrendous dive, but holy hell, if that worked out, that would have been so bad. C9 survives, and it looks like oh my god, Blabber.
Blabber gets it with the burn.
They're back.
Didn't even need the spear, just baiting our hearts with this play right now. I think this is the first or second time we've ever seen Blabber on an international stage. Did we see him on an international stage like 3 years ago?
Yeah, and I would also say that it's really surprising to see Blabber. I don't think it's just Blabber playing poorly. I think Blabber's playing the same way he would in an A, but not adapting to the fact that his lanes don't have prio anymore, whereas they would always have prio.
Yeah.
North America.
Oh, Hex Flash in. Double knock up with Vulcan, and Sven not taking too much damage yet, and Sven stepping forward. Great engage there from Kazu, but I'm not seeing too much coming from it. Still gonna come over, clear out this control ward. This might be them posturing to start taking a Cloud Drake. One's gonna get the move over, try to see if he can get some vision and clarify. The Scuttlecrab vision and might just dissuade them.
Bot needs to build a slow push here. Try to get Nidalee to start Drake and then rotate over as it's halfway down. That's what I would expect to happen here. And Udyr needs to look for a top play. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. They're going to build a slow push bot, get the Drake, and then look to transition top to defend it. Leona should be starting to roam topside. Jace is very vulnerable right now.
Yeah, Jace being even right now against this Gnar is not the plan. Is against ideal plans here. Still going to trade out Cloud Drake for Herald. So see if they can actually get some turret plate money with this first Herald.
I want to see the slow push crash into tower and then Leona back to go top. But it won't matter. They already got rift from mine. Okay, well played from Udyr.
Oh, Udyr?
Oh, this is illegal.
He's not going to get much else done here. He's going to clear the ward, but they know he's there, and I don't think he's even going to be able to make any positions or make any moves onto the red buff. Oh, he's going to get it started. But
yeah,
Jace is just stuck under tower clearing.
And Ori's stuck under tower too. Ori pick makes no sense to me. Why are you picking Ori if you're not going to have lane trial? And that's a counter pick into the Zoe. That's the best counter that Perks had. That makes no sense to me. Because it's not like you contribute much to team fight in this comp as an Orianna.
Your best combo ends up being the Leona going in with the ball on her.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Leona and Ori as like a combination is very weak.
Yeah.
I think at that point Ryze would have been.
Perks about to get caught out here. Kaizu going in. Arya looking low on mana. He's got the blue buff. Sleep's going to land here, but body block coming in. Vulcan. Good support. Good timing on the roam here, but this is going to be a two-man dive. The Gnar's going to come out and stun up Fudge. He actually dodges the second stun with the flash. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage out one shot, and Eevee flashes away from the second turret shot. So, good dive from Steel and Eevee onto Fudge. This Jace pick not working out as well as it probably should here for Fudge.
This is an embarrassment. This is really bad. How are you playing Jace down 10 CS? Oh my god. It is a top diff and a jungle diff, and quite honestly, it's a mid diff. The only lane that's doing well for C9 is their bot lane.
Yeah. And at this point, this game feels far more even than we feel. I think a lot of us expected it to be. We've been seeing nothing but stomps all day, and
no.
This game.
Yeah, and this is not the same level of player that C9 showed in the game at all. This is a much lower level. And I don't really know if the argument is that because they're at an international event, the play is stronger, because you can't tell me that Jensen is a worse laner than Arya in mid lane. Like, Perks is just playing very poorly, in my opinion, and I see Fudge as not taking advantage of that he's in a carry matchup at all, and because obviously Glauber is making some boneheaded decisions. So the entire team seems to be playing as if they have a massive lead, but they don't, and they're not getting the
Perk's getting caught out here. He's going to get the shockwave onto Arya, but he's still barely going to make it out. Walks into the hit. Eevee's going to go under turret, but the sleep lands, but they're still not going to be able to get in. Perks somehow, miraculous feet movement there or something. Perks gets out of that three-man gank mid. And it's going to free Fudge up to actually try to get some movement, get some pressure here onto this tower, and try to get some damage out. Oh, that sleep bubble. That was rude.
Alright. I want to see them play around the Varus Cryo here. Varus has his mythic item completed. He is
credits
very
here.
strong at the moment. He's online compared to the Kaisa. They need to play for this Drake. And so, in order to do that, they have to get Prio mid. You have to go to slow push bot. And hopefully the Jace can come in and deal poke damage from a TP angle
Yeah.
if it is contested.
So far, all that has been indexed there by Fudge has been a Vampiric Scepter, the Tier, and the Serrated Dirk. So he's still sitting with pieces, and apparently was having enough pressure from Eevee to feel the need to get a Vampiric Scepter just to sustain in lane, which I can't say that's what I normally see out of a Jace this early in a game, is getting
They're
the
getting
vamp.
here. They got to be very careful.
Sleep Bubble's going to hit onto Perks here. Arya's going to come in, chunk him down to half. This is looking very scary for Drake here. I think Cina's going to have to give this
They
up
have
or
to
take it
do it
really
though.
quickly. Steel's here to try to, in fact, steal it.
Nar's looking for a back to TP. Nar's looking for a flank TP.
And Udapon sitting bot here, just clearing out the tower. Here comes the teleport. Udapon's got to get into ult range
Oh,
here.
they
The
have
poke's going to
to
hit
get
onto
it.
Blabber. The bubble's
Oh,
going to clear them out. And
oh, look at the spear.
the spear from Blabber ends up taking it. He's going to die for it on the after fight.
What an no, that's so worth. Oh my god.
Huge Q out of
The
Zen there.
spear combo with the Varus Q.
So it was both spears and arrows
Yeah.
that came in and actually secure that Drake
Yeah,
from across the
that's
river.
fighting though, because there was at least half a second between the two abilities. But still, that is a game saver for C9. They were looking really bad, down 3K, about to be even on Drakes, with a top outscaling. This is still a really good game for DFM. They should still win this game. They're still ahead enough, but that Dragon semi win con, C9 will win con to possibly get back into this game.
Yeah. And as always, the Drake Soul just provides you so much of a win condition for the game, but the Mountain Soul on C9 is really where they need to keep in. They need to keep that off of any of this mountain stats. Even just a few would actually really hamper their pokes, the effectiveness of their poke out of their bot laner and their top laner. So C9
Right.
having an absolute control over these Drakes going forward for the rest of the match is really critical to just how their team and how their comp wants to play.
And on the other side, DFM is online at the moment with mythic items completed on all of their carries. And right now, at the moment in time, they should be stronger than Cloud9. So it's up to Cloud9 now to figure out a way to get third Drake without losing so much for it. And they need to be able to sacrifice their own top lane to get vision control in 3 minutes so that they can contest that Drake. It's their only win con. So we'll see how they posture and how they position for the next 2.5 minutes to see if they can get a pick, see if they can get some important catches, and try to get the Oriana to the first mythic item.
I hear what they should be trying to do here, but all I saw was just a bunch of NA players sitting around mid lane not being able to make any decisions or plays. I believe a solar flare came out from Vulcan to try to catch Arya, but I don't know if he picked up a cleanse or something. But that solar flare either did not land or it did not affect him like it should have.
Yeah, they're going to go for vision plays here for the next minute and then reset and come to Drake. And these vision plays are very scary to make right now because, as I said, DFM should be stronger. So for the next minute and a half, you're looking to make sure that C9 doesn't get caught out and slowly establish his Drake position.
Instead of the idea of Gale Force Varus being defensive, this is Gale Force Kai'Sa being offensive, where you're going to follow up and then use that active as burst.
We got a big wave bot side here. So they're just going to clear it out.
It's like making sure you are there to finish killing the Oriana or the Jace or the Nidalee or the Varus. There are 4 very good targets to assassinate.
Minute 40 till Drake's up. So he's still got a little bit of time. Jace freezing? Looks like he's freezing his wave, or is just constantly being pushed in there at his second turret. Blabber, I think, has the Yankos skill cap right now for landing spears. And wave catching priority, a little behind there for C9. It's gonna take a minute for them to get someone there to cover and protect that mid wave.
Cloud9 is playing heavily around that. They want to be in the area if that Herald does come down to potentially look for a fight. You can
In this next team fight, we gotta look for. Okay, the Andrews is complete for Oriana, so Shockwave is a definite must to land on the Udyr plus a carry. That's what Perks is gonna be looking for in team fight. If they
looks like
can
we're gonna
burst
have
the
a.
Udyr,
Well, it looks like they're trying to actually get a catch on to someone topside here before the Drake even gets up. Eevee's been found, but he's gonna spot Blabber. He read that. Eevee very his
they
spider
need to
sense is
reset for
tingling.
Drake.
Yeah, need to reset for Drake right now. 30 seconds till it comes up. Teleport only available for Fudge though, so that's a very easy advantage they can get there. But this Herald's gonna actually knock down this turret. And this is
And they're gonna have to clear before they go to Drake,
this is
which
a
means that
very
they're not gonna have
yeah. Vision not there for it. DFM about to get their third turret here off of this bot lane. That'll be all outer turrets taken by DFM. And not a lot of pushback here from C9 here. 3,000 gold lead for Detonation Focus Me. And
They can't
even
contest
Steel
this
here
Drake.
stealing LeGromp. So I'm really like kind of like looking at C9 going like, where is the hustle? Where are the plays
They
right
can't
now?
they can't do this. And bot are pushed in. The Drake is up. They can't actually contest it. They have to get it.
And this Mountain Drake,
They made a play for top, no reason. Making a play for top turret there was absolutely the wrong move. And now they should lose this. They should not be able to take this. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
So begins the
Not-
counterplay.
And now they're fighting for it, but there's nothing to fight for. What is happening? If you're gonna give up Drake, you have to be topside with Jason pushing it in.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Jace is
I don't
currently
know.
yeah. And Jace just right now matching Gnar bot side. I think Cloud9 are just kind of wandering around trying to find things to do here.
This is terrible gameplay right now. This is something that we never saw at C9 in NA. Like they were making clean mid game macro decisions and out macroing a lot of the other teams. Where's Perk's side lane pressure? Where is the rotations to get to like now you see Perk's side lane, but
Sleep Dart's gonna
this
catch
should have
on to
this game is falling out of their control. Really.
Iron Solari out from Vulcan's gonna prevent that. Oh, that paddle star hurts so much. And Fudge is knocked out from that opportunity there, and this tier 2 bot lane turret under siege. DFM are just gonna take that advantage and run with it. Eevee's gonna be able to actually probably clear out this wave and take this turret here. I don't think Fudge is gonna be able to get back in time to save it.
And look, 2 items are completed on Kaisa. The Gnar is about to get his second item completion. This is becoming almost unwinnable.
Oh, we might finally have what they're looking for here. Eve's gonna get caught out here. The roots landed by Vulcan, and that's gonna be a finish up and a kill onto Fudge. So finally getting some motion, getting some traction, getting some action for C9. And DFM trying to find some trouble here topside in the red jungle, but no one's really there. And Sense is going to back from mid lane to go ahead and probably buy his second item. Gonna get some wards and a long sword. So entering another lull state. Baron is up here, so this is we could definitely say this is a much slower game than the games that we've seen so far today, with the stomps from RNG into Damwon Gaming onto Unicorns of Love and Pentanet.
Yeah, and the issue is that I don't see a win con for C9 after about 28 minutes into the game, and because they lost the Mountain Drake, it's going to be really tough for them to be able to close this game out. They're going to have to get really creative with how they team fight and get a lot of poke down early, which is really tough.
Poke comps usually only work from ahead. Yeah. And it's going to be really hard for them because poke comps usually work from ahead. Once you get behind, you may have a great ability to wave clear, but Perks not respecting the possibility here, and they're just going to fly on in here. The shockwave isn't even going to land before he dies, and that's going to be first kill for Udapon on the Kaisa. And this could be Baron here. Steel's going to go get it started up here.
The flank TP.
Flank TV coming in here, Vulcan. Eva's gonna jump out, but he's gonna go in, stuns up Vulcan here. I don't think there's any damage to really follow this. He's gonna hit the blast cone to put Vulcan in an even more compromised position here. And Sven's gonna be able to fire back here, and that's gonna be a dead Kazu. Sven always with these Q kills on the exit, and Evie on the wrong side here. Vulcan cannot land his sword. What is that ability called?
Watch the first team here. Oh, never mind. They're gonna back off. I was gonna say, I think that they could have maybe chased there. There's no Mega Gnar on
Blade.
TP.
All they need to do is take the free kill on Perks, start up the Baron, wait for Cloud9 to come to you, as we'll see in this Axe Effect replay here. If they had just gone straight to Baron, started up, allow Cloud9 to come, then there's the potential of a turn and a much easier engage. Instead, Kai'Sa and Udyr in the pit, and Evie is TPing in. And sure,
Gnar hesitates too long and then overcommits when
Yeah.
his carries are too far away.
Yeah, this is a call by Evie when the rest of the team is not ready for it. The headbutt pulverize miss from Kai'Sa just spells his own death.
Yeah, that might have been Baron too. I'm pretty sure they could have postured around it and looked for a fix.
I wish there was
anyways.
stats calling for this, but I think Blabber's missed more spears, like more what should be good, easy landed spears than should be acceptable.
Yeah, the Dragon posturing here is actually good for C9. They have the inside prio here, and they should be able to zone DFM off of it. That's all about Fudge poke. Watch Fudge here. Can he land the poke on the backline as
Now,
this
so
as
far
they do
not.
Dragon?
So far not here.
Alistar flank.
Kazu going for a flank here. Perks isn't gonna see it. The Scry's moment. Oh, he's gonna see it now. Oh, but Vulcan's been caught out here. Perks has been isolated, and he's just gonna get dunked on. The Soulfire doesn't hit anyone here, so it's a 3v2. Evie's gonna get taken out by the three C9 members, but now it's gonna be a poke situation here. Blabbers, Van, and Fudge. If Guy be able to land this poke, if it's actually gonna work out here, and Kazu looking for another flank opportunity here. I wouldn't stick too close to that wall there, Blabber. That's gonna give him a free headbutt over. Oh, and here comes Kazu. Oh, and a huge chunk onto Blabber here. The sleep's gonna land onto Sven, and he's gonna be dead. And now it's just down to Fudge and Blabber to try to save this, but Blabber is so low right now, and Kazu is hungry. He is wanting to catch this cat out. Oh, double kill here out from Fudge.
Oh my
and
God.
he could actually get something out of this, but I don't think he's got much else. The Q comes out. Oh, and Blabber is still alive here. He's going to dodge the paddle star here. The dragon is still alive, and here comes Perks looking for the trouble, looking for the fight.
Fudge might have saved the game. If they can get Drake here, Fudge might have saved the game.
And Arya is going to sit here. Oh, he's going to get a huge hit onto Blabber. I don't even know how that landed.
Please don't die.
Oh, don't die to dragon, don't die to dragon. I've got to say, Arya's been impressive on this Zoe from front to back. And
Okay.
that's going to be third Drake for Cloud9. Mountain Soul is within their grasp in 5 minutes. But oh my gosh,
man.
Fudge with that double kill in that bot lane. Save that situation, save that fight.
It gives them an out with Dragon Soul, but it's still extremely difficult. As you saw in that fight, Udyr is not killable anymore. He's not, unless you literally whack him 100 times with Jace. So this is why these fights are going to get really, really difficult for C9 moving forward.
Yeah.
Udyr is literally in their entire team here. He just chases down the Varus. Look at this.
This
And
bubble
not
placement
yet.
by Evie, by
He's literally
Arya
just
is just
through
nuts.
there. Yeah. It's going to get really hard. But yeah, Fudge. Insane turn here. Getting a double.
And gets the second proc of his Q here, but Arya saving it from absolute disaster. Oh, and now we're prepping for another Baron? For our first Baron, I should say. And Gold leads still in Detonation Focus Me's advantage, still just 2k up. This is not what we expected out of C9. We expected a much better show, especially against these minor regions.
Yep. And we did say before the game started that DFM had the better draft, and their top side getting ahead is going to be a major issue. But even then, I really did think that the skill diff was going to be enough for C9 to just win this game. It doesn't really matter about comp. That is not the case here. It is absolutely a very close game, and despite Fudge being 4-2, he has not had a great game besides that last one team fight, right?
Yeah,
So this next team fight is going to decide the game, and it's still on a razor's edge. And C9 should have the weakness in 5v5 straight up team fight. So they need to be very creative with how they take this next fight.
definitely. And the thing is that Steel still has absolute control over this jungle. He is still able to get the invades off and actually have more control over C9 side of the map than he probably should. They got 3 of Cloud9 players topside, but I don't really know what they're looking for, what play they're looking for. Maybe trying to prevent any Baron steals, but this still feels like such a defensive way to play for C9.
Right. The one positive thing about going into late game for C9 is the Orianna. She will outscale the Zoe, but that's the only matchup on the entire team that actually outscales. So, yeah, a
Yeah,
Shockwave
there
can
we have a
definitely
four-man
still
dive here. Sen's about to get in a
decide
huge
the
amount of
team
trouble
fight.
here. And he's going to be assassinated. Utapon just jumping into the back line. Vulcan's going to have to try to run away here, but he's going to be cut underneath the tower. And that's going to be 2 over to Utapon. C9 not respecting the ability for this 4-man dive. And this is looking like their DFM is just going to head straight for Baron. I like to think the rest of North America is sitting me here a little in shock to see Detonation Focus Me, a minor region team here out of Japan, just giving C9 the business and possibly delivering them their second loss here at MSI.
Oh, man. It is depressing.
It is very depressing right now here. And Detonation Focus Me, though, must be feeling really good here, getting these dives off, getting Baron, and really starting to catapult themselves ahead here. What is that? 5,000 gold lead now back in their possession.
1
And
minute to drag.
C9 trying to get at least this mid lane turret out. But they're not even going to be able to get that. And now the Baron buff is on the minions, and it's going to become much harder to push these waves and try to get some map control.
Have to get up.
So Dragon up in 30 seconds. This is going to be the big win condition for C9. This is going to be their next chance to really get themselves another advantage, to really help them try to win this game, try to get back into it. Teleport coming in from Eevee. Good shockwave onto Arya is going to get him lowered here. The spear missing from Blabber. He's been missing too many of these.
More of those. Fudge has to hit more of those.
And we need to have, and Utapon dodges that shockwave. Poke coming out here, but they're not even going to give them time to actually set up here. And Utapon's already in the back line. He's going to have to flash out here. Blabber goes over trying to get him chunked, but he's going to have to jump over. Eevee about to go Mega Gnar here, but Perks has been blown up here. Fudge has to flash out. Solar Flare is going to come through and kick. Blabber is going to be caught in the middle of the brush here. It's just Vent and Fudge to fight this out here, but they're going to get knocked. The shockwave hits.
Didn't even shockwave. Perks didn't even shockwave that team fight.
The pace is too
What
fast
is
for
going
Detonation.
on?
Focus me.
Yes,
They,
They're looking for the end here. The rest timers are so long for Cloud9. I think
it's
they could
over.
potentially finish. At the very least, they've got the
the next one, the first one's going to be up, is going to be Perks. Can he actually save this? His shockwave is available. As we said, it was not used in the last fight. And a lot of Detonation Focus Me is super low right now. He's got his 2 items, his Archangel Staff and his Leandri's completed, but 9 seconds, and these turrets are going down way too fast here. Vulcan's going to have to try to delay. Shields up, and then going to root up Steel, but that Nexus is taking damage. And I don't even think Perks is going to be able to leave Fountain. And Detonation Focus Me upset North American expectations and take down C9 in a really convincing fashion.
Oh,
and giving themselves a really good shot here to move into that second place, to potentially get out of the group. Such a big win for the LJL.